Welcome to today's broadcast. Shout out to our sponsors. And now for our broadcast. Good evening, basketball fans, and welcome to Waupun Junior Senior High School as we get ready here for some East Central Wisconsin Conference action between the Berlin Indians and the Waupun Warriors. Right now you're watching the JV game that's here, and I don't have the scoreboard set up right now for that, but it's still 6 minutes and 29 seconds here on the JV game. They didn't stop the clock. They stopped the clock on the last free throws, Jacob, and they didn't this time. So joining me on the broadcast here is Jacob Matashek and Dorian Phillips. Gentlemen, say hi.
Hello, everybody. Hello.
Welcome to the Waupun Junior Senior High Gymnasium. We're going to step aside here. We're going to hear from our sponsors, and we're going to come back, and we will talk about the Berlin Indians here on Jeff's live stream.
Draw attention to the student athletes, promote the great things they and their schools are doing, and promote the businesses and the people running them within our communities. Our mission is to create memories for student athletes, families, teams, and communities, as well as allowing for viewers to see their athletes or teams perform regardless of where the viewer is located. If you'd like to join us as a sponsor to help us fulfill our purpose and mission, feel free to give me a call at 920-345-2066 or email me at livestreamjeff@gmail.com. I'd love to talk to you.
The Rock Golf Club combines a great golf experience with the unmatched beauty of the Waupun landscape. Originally built in 1927, many of the holes on the front nine play as they were initially designed. Our seamless integration of friendly service and gorgeous natural surroundings is what will bring you back over and over. Bridges at the Rock is the perfect way to end your round. Join us for a relaxing atmosphere in a beautiful setting. Go online today and make a reservation. Better yet, swing out to the Bridges for a bite and a beverage. The Rock Golf Club, 700 County Park Road, Waupun, or call 920-324-2621.
PT Tire and Service is a family-owned business that invests in you and your family. From one family to another, safe travels and seamless automotive maintenance makes every trip a great trip. PT Tire and Service, serving Central Wisconsin with excellence for over 20 years. Call 920-346-TIRE for all your automotive needs. PT Tire and Service, Brandon. No job too big or too small. PT Tire and Service in Brandon does it all. Call today, 920-346-TIRE.
We are Hooksha's Marketing Greenhouse, and we have been leading a greenhouse here in Fox Lake since 1981. Family owned and operated, we provide beautiful flower baskets and fruit and vegetables to residents of South Central Wisconsin. We know the importance of having a variety of flowers, fruits, and vegetables available to our customers throughout the year. Discover the finest selection of locally grown produce, including sweet corn, tomatoes, and cucumbers, along with a variety of fresh fruits. At Hooksha's Market and Greenhouse, we believe in providing our customers with the freshest and highest quality produce. Come visit us and taste the difference.
For 50 years and counting, Verhaeg's Furniture has been proudly serving Waupun the best furniture and mattresses at prices you can afford. And we're honored to be voted best of the best mattress store in the Fond du Lac area. Stop in and check out our mattress selections. We have all kinds from traditional spring to memory foam. It is our mission to help you get a great night of sleep night after night. Visit us at 806 West Main Street, Waupun, and experience quality, comfort, and service you can trust. Visit our website at www.verhaegsfurniture.com. Verhaeg's Furniture Mart. 50 years strong, quality you trust, and prices you'll love. Verhaeg Furniture. Welcome back here to Waupun Junior Senior High School. Let's talk about the Berlin Indians a little bit here under head coach Jeremy Mercer. Currently their record is 6-0. Jacob, they are a Division III opponent as well, so they could possibly be seen. I haven't seen what the regional brackets, I haven't gone that far ahead and looked at, but they could be a regional opponent, but probably definitely a sectional, I would think.
I believe they for sure are a sectional. Most of the conference teams fall into the same sectional. I do believe, I can't say for certain, but it wouldn't shock me if Berlin would get into the same regional as Waupun, so this could be a lot for playoff seeding more than the conference final seeding.
Right, and part of it is also, so I was looking ahead as well, Laconia is in it, so is Lamira in this area. They're Division III, which makes it very interesting as far as how things would play out with Division III teams around here. Let's take a look at the Berlin Indians. Their leading scorer is number 21, Hayden Reddington. He's averaging 19.5 points per game. He's had 72 attempted field goals. He's made 41. That's almost 57%. At the free throw line, he's had 45 attempts, and he's made 33. That's 73%. He's fired 13 three-pointers, but he's only made 2. That's 15% accuracy. That's not very good. He did have a high game of 29 points, and he's totaled 117 points total. Number 13, Aaron Bartle, as I believe that's how you pronounce it.
Yes, Bartle.
Okay, Bartle, thank you. He's also played in 6 games. He's got 17 points per game, 86 field goal attempts. He's made 44, 51.2% completion. He's attempted 20 free throws. He's made 10, so that's 50%. 11 three-pointers, he's made 4. That's 36%. And I guess if you're at 36%, that's not bad for a three-point shooting when everything that you listen to. So I guess that's right around where you would like to be. And he's had a high game of 24. The next leading scorer is Carter Hess. In his 6 games, he's had 12 points, averaging 47 free throw or field goal attempts, 23 field goals made. That's 49% completion. 22 free throw attempts. He's made 17, so that's 77% is really good at the free throw line. He's attempted 24 three-pointers. He's made 9. That's 38% when you round up the percentages. So again, that's not bad for three-point shooting when you start to look at it. On the rebounding side, number 21, Hayden Reddington, he's averaging 13.2 rebounds per game. He's had a total of 79. And next on the team is number 13, Aaron Bartle. He's got averaging 9, so he's got 54 rebounds. On the assist side, you got a whole bunch of people who are assisting, but the leading assist maker is number 13, Aaron Bartle. He's got 31 assists, averaging 5.2 per game. He has had 18 turnovers. That's averaging 3 per game, but he's come back and countered that with 22 steals for averaging about 4 per game. Hayden Reddington, number 21, is second on the team with assists. He's got 23. That makes sense if your big man is going to get second in the assists, especially if they're going to be crashing him, Jacob. It would make sense that you're going to have him trying to dish.
Yeah, if they use the post game a lot, your big man's always going to have some good assist numbers.
On the next assist maker is number 4, Carter Hess. That's a name I recognize from the football team. in the past. So I don't recognize the others. That's because I did not call games this year. Radio Plus decided to take those, so I did not call those games. But that's a name that I do recognize in Hess. Team scoring, they've scored 225 points in the first half and only given up 146. That's impressive, going out of half with the lead. And then they've been able to maintain an increase even in the second half. They scored 237 points and given up only 181. So total, they've scored 462 and given up 327. That's going to get you your 6-0 record when you start to look at that. On the field goals attempted as a team, 348. They've made 163. They're shooting 47% for field goal attempts. At the free throw line, 132 attempts, made 94. That's 71%. From the three-point line, they've attempted 129. They've made 42. That's 33%. And that's where you get your team total of 462 points. Overall, again, their record is 6-0. They're averaging 77 points per game. And only giving up, trying to see their average here. I'm not seeing the average. I guess I can do that somewhere in my head here with 327 divided by 6. Somewhere like around 6, 7, right around 70, 60 some points, right? Less than 60 if we're sitting at, how about 54.5? Thank you, Dorian whips out the calculator. Yeah, you see what technology is for? These old guys like me don't use that first. We try and use our brain, which is a mistake. Should never try to think first. Yeah, and that's the Berlin Indians that we have here. So far, pretty strong offensively, Jacob, from when we take a look at the numbers. Let's take a look at their schedule then.
Right.
In their schedule, here's who they've played. Winnebago Lutheran, and it is alumni night, so we're going to have the music cranked, which is, Jacob, you can shoot the alumni over there for the band. We don't mind getting them. Looks like it must be a Christmas night for both of the student sections as well. Their first game was at Winnebago Lutheran. They beat Winnebago Lutheran by 20, 68-48. Then they went and played at Waupaca. They beat Waupaca 59-50. That's a much bigger program than Berlin. They also played then one of their rivals in Wautoma. They beat Wautoma 89-53. Took on a Westfield team that's supposed to be pretty solid, and they beat them 70-52. They beat Ripon 91-63 in conference, so that's their only conference game so far. And then they took on another flyweight team in North Fond du Lac and beat them 85-61. So looking at their schedule, they have not played the tops of the tops. They haven't played the strongest of opponents, but they have still been able to come out with a victory, 6-0. We're going to step aside here. We're going to hear from our sponsors, and then we're going to come back and talk about the Waupun Warriors and go through the interview with Coach Dunlap. You're listening to Jeff Sauer here with Jacob Manischek and Dorian Phillips here on Jeff's live stream.
We've always been a family that thinks about spend, save, give. It was refreshing to find a financial company that echoed that mentality.
With Thriven, it's more than just about gaining financial confidence. It's about how you can use your resources to create change in your community. It's been a relationship that's created a whole exponential amount of good.
This is Jonathan Leonard, serving the area communities and supporting the local teams. Good luck this season.
God bless.
Angling Only Guide Service with Captain Jeremy Brenner.
Captain Jeremy Brenner here. We are the premier Lake Michigan salmon charter out of Sheboygan, Wisconsin. Each trip is 6 hours and includes fish cleaning. The cost is $400 per trip Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays, and only $340 on weekdays for up to 6 people. I personally guarantee you will catch fish. The season runs June through Labor Day. Contact me at anglingonlyfishing@gmail.com to book today and check out my Facebook page, Captain Jeremy Brenner, Sheboygan Salmon.
Katie's Log Cabin is a great place to stop for lunch or dinner, grab one of the daily specials, or check out the full menu. Katie's Log Cabin specials include Tuesday is pizza, Wednesday is wings, Thursday is a rotating special, Friday and Saturday is fish fry, Saturday is also prime rib, and Sunday is a broasted chicken dinner. Not in the mood for a special? Katie's has you covered with full menu options, appetizers, salads, wraps, pizzas, and sandwiches. Katie's Log Cabin Restaurant in Oakfield. Life is better at the cabin. Sam's Well Drilling is a family-owned business with over 75 years in the water well drilling industry. We can help you with all of your well drilling needs. Our crews are experienced at finding the proper location, setting up the rigs and equipment in all types of circumstances, and drilling to the appropriate depth so that you have fresh, clean water. Sam's also drills wells for commercial and municipal projects. No project is too large or small for Sam's Well Drilling. We at Sam's are thankful to be involved in supplying the well water needs of people all over Wisconsin. Sam's Well Drilling, well worth it.
King Manufacturing. Since 1926, we have been known for our first-class buildings and canopies. Did you know we do all...
Welcome back here to the pregame show. Joining me now is the head coach for the Waupun Warriors boys basketball team, Coach Alex Dunlap. Coach, welcome to the show.
Hey, ready to roll. Another week to compete for an ECC championship, another ECC opponent coming to Waupun, so very excited.
Friday night basketball as well. Can't ask for anything better, especially in the home gym. Should be no competition with hockey or girls basketball, so hopefully we'll have a huge student section. But let's first talk about the last game that we were at. The Winneconne Wolves come into the Waupun Warriors Gymnasium, and the score looks like they gave us a contest, but we were there broadcasting that. But give us a little bit of a recap for those people who were not there.
Yeah, I think I remember when I talked with you when we played Plymouth. I said we kind of came out and I think I used the expression of like playing with our food. And I think we came out early on. We were up by, I believe, like 15 or 20 points at halftime, and then we came out of the gates in the second half, and they kind of lingered around like 25 to 30 points. We knew who their scorers were with number 3 and 14. I think we made 3 take some difficult shots, and I think looking back on the film with the guys, number 14 shot the ball really well, but every time we made him put the ball on the deck, he shot either a contested jump shot or like a floater. So anytime we executed our game plan on him, it was very difficult on him. But looking back on that, both of those guys towards the end of the game, they went on like a 22-2 or 4 run, like in the last like 4 or 5 minutes. So I think the score is a little bit inflated. But yeah, I think just from the perspective of like a team win, we got guys that come in, know their role. I think our reserves will tell you they can do a better job when they get their opportunity, because nothing's given here in Waupun. Those guys certainly earned that right, and you got to take care of the basketball situationally. And I think that's not just our reserves that come in, that goes for our entire team. So having an entire week to prep for Berlin now, our guys will be hungry and they're kind of drooling at the bit because we only have 1 game this week. So a lot of time to clean some stuff up even after a win, and we'll be better for it.
Was a special night for Aiden Hawkinson. But as you mentioned also, I thought that the reserves who came in, I thought they gave it their all. It just seemed like, as you mentioned, that Winneconne changed tactics a little bit and closed in there. But overall, I just talk a little bit. I know you mentioned it. Your defense obviously held them well, and your offense had a huge 30-point lead. But just talk a little bit about each of those, your offense and your defense.
Yeah, I think I mentioned this earlier in the season, how like Hawk had maybe like some quiet 20, 30, 40-point games in the summertime. I'm going to be honest, I didn't even know that he was close to 50. It was pretty efficient. We as a group kind of get lost in the fight a little bit. And when that happens, he doesn't force the issue. Everything's natural. And when he's feeling it in a rhythm, he's not forcing a shot because he's feeling it. Like, we kind of take good, great team shots. And like I said, if it ends up in a Aiden Hawkinson shot, it usually is pretty good for us. But yeah, Jake Krieger played so well. Him and Gage Stelzel just really hard to game plan for, having not only one but two stretch bigs on the floor at the same time. Graham Gopalin and Brian Ferris do such a good job at like making it really difficult on opposing teams' guards. We like to pressure 84 feet, and I think we forced Winneconne into some really tough turnovers, not just in the half court but in the full court. And then Refresh came in, Emmett Hall. He kind of did what he did. And I think kind of like the unsung hero is Braden Torres. Braden Torres does like all the dirty work. He's got a pretty looking jump shot. And at the end of every game, like he has maybe like anywhere from 8 to 13 or 14 points. He'll have 5 or 6 rebounds. He'll have a couple assists. And that stuff doesn't go unnoticed. So everyone just kind of steps up in their role. Both offensively and defensively, and having athletic guys that are multi-sport athletes to kind of play the way that we want to defend and try to really make it difficult on another team's offense. I don't think other teams want to play against us because they're going to have to earn it. And I think that's what was more upsetting with number 14 Ingles, that I don't think we made him earn every single point that he came across on Friday night. And people might think I'm nuts that it was a 30-point game and we won by double digits. How are you like upset with it? Like I'd rather learn some lessons from wins, but like you got to clean stuff up, because if you want to get to the places you want to get to, those kind of things can't happen. But yeah, I think defensively we're kind of getting where we need to be. I think we're playing aggressive without fouling. We didn't put them in the bonus early. I know we did that against St. Mary Springs and even Plymouth. There were a lot of fouls both in the first and second half. So playing aggressive without fouling and trying to really dictate the game on that end of the floor is really when it's fun.
Another East Central conference opponent tonight, or Friday night here. You're going to be taking on the Berlin Indians, and the 6-0. So talk to us a little bit about what you know about the Berlin Indians.
Yeah. Berlin right now stands in the way of our goals of being ECC champions. They have 2 big guys in Bartle and Reddington, number 13 and 21, for those who will have a roster keeping track at home. But they really try to control the game inside out. They can shoot the 3 in the mid-range. They really try to control the paint, both offensively and defensively. So in the past, I know against Watertown, Graham Gopalin and Brian Ferris played so well, and I think they really controlled the game from the defensive side of the floor, making it tough on their guards. I think this could be a game where Gage Stelsel, Braden Torres, Jake Krieger, Owen Klusterbor, if we're able to get him in there, just to be able to control the glass both offensively and defensively, keep them off the glass, limit them to 1 shot, and try to get them off their spots. That's going to be a dictating factor whether we win or lose the game on Friday.
I know you always talk about you play the opponent who's in front of you, and that's all that you're looking at. And it doesn't matter who they played before or what else is happening around. You've got that total focus here. But I looked again at their schedule, 6-0, yes, but I mean, I don't think they have been challenged in any way in that schedule. So how do you prepare your kiddos to say, hey, it doesn't matter?
I think that goes from whether we play a team like a Schwabenon or we got a game against Homestead, or we have like a pretty difficult non-conference schedule, and the ECC is tough too. When we practice every day, our practices are hyper competitive, and some of our guys, when we go 5-on-5, like that might be some of the best competition that they see in a long time. So we aren't going against the Berlin Indians on Friday night. We're going against ourselves. And we say we're the only team that can beat us, and we believe that. And I think that's just, we don't compete against like the scoreboard. The results will happen if we take care of business and we hit some of our team goals. So we really are just trying to focus on the process and what gets us there. And then everything else just kind of falls into place.
Coach, I want to thank you for taking the time to connect with us here on this pre-games interview. Anything else you'd like to add here on the pregame show?
No, Hungry Dogs run faster. Like you said, Friday night in Waupun, nothing better. And it's our 3rd game in conference, so we'll be locked in and ready to go.
Well, thanks again for your time. I'm excited about seeing you guys play again here on a Friday night. I really enjoyed last Friday, and you always bring the energy, and it transfers right to the kids. So I want to thank you for allowing us to have the opportunity to talk with you here on the pregame show and getting those interviews afterwards. It's been
Absolutely.
the head coach.
Hey, let's keep them under 50 points this week, huh? That'll help, and that'll make coach happy.
That sounds like a great goal. It's been the head coach here for the Waupun Warriors, Coach Alex Dunlap here on Jeff's live stream. We'll be back after these messages.
We are skipping the messages, and we're going to jump right back here. We'll talk a little bit about the Waupun Warriors here. Trying to get the basket cams all set up as we get ready here. Waupun Warriors school song. As you can see, the stands are standing up. Why don't you give us a little bit of information that you have, Jacob, on the team here? Start with some of the team stats.
Yeah, so we're going to get overall the team is shooting just under 40% from the field, which is not great. They're also shooting 70% from the free throw line, having 137 attempts through 5 games, so very physical team, not afraid to get up. 31% three-point shooting team, so Waupun has been able to get some big wins against some conference teams while still not shooting the best, so it's good to see them not quite perform to what Coach Dunlap knows they can, but still get some of those big wins and still getting up decent games even though they're not quite getting the stats that they would ideally like.
We will step aside here as they get ready here for the national anthem, and we will come back here when they start to go to the starting lineups. You're listening to Jeff Sauer here with Jacob Matashek and Dorian Phillips here on Jeff's live stream. We'll be back.
We offer a variety of decor available for purchase from other businesses. Designs range from holiday decor to sports to hobbies. Finished items can be wall hangings, outdoor garden decor, coffee tables, and so much more. If you are looking for address plaques, property signage, or awards plaques, King can make them. These are highly customized and durable products with your own street number, name, or event. A variety of fonts are available, and we can add our automotive-grade paint in a custom color, suitable for indoor or outdoor uses. Pricing varies. Call Joe Barnes at King Manufacturing. From design to completion.
WDS Construction is a national general contractor with headquarters in Beaver Dam, Wisconsin. But we are so much more. The holiday spirit has taken over the WDS corporate office. Our team has transformed the space into a festive wonderland with themes like Santa's Workshop and Christmas at the Zoo, along with other creative holiday decor throughout. From cheerful decorations to imaginative displays, every corner is filled with seasonal joy. WDS Construction wishes everyone a wonderful holiday season filled with warmth, joy, and plenty of festive fun.
Whether you enjoy the sunshine of summer with boating, jet skiing, UTV riding, mowing lawn, gardening, or camping, enjoy the leaves falling in autumn, getting to that perfect nature walk or hunting, or enjoying the Wisconsin snowfall hiking, four-wheeling, snowmobiling, traveling across the state, or just driving up and down your driveway, call PT Tire and Service for all your automotive and recreational needs. Call 920-346-TIRE.
Generations Lanes of El Dorado. Join one of our adult or kids leagues or bowl in our monthly Friday night tournament. Or get a group together for a family or corporate bowling function. We are more than just bowling. A great spot to bring your family for a meal. Awesome homemade pizzas and soups, as well as appetizers, wraps, and sandwiches. Daily food specials. Fish Fry Friday. Open daily at 11 with the kitchen open late. Ask about us catering your next function. We are home to Laconia Bowling and proud supporter of the Laconia Spartans and all student athletes.
Welcome back here to Waupun Junior Senior High School as we get ready here for the starting lineups of the the Berlin Indians. Junior, number 4, Carter Hess. Number 5, Ryder Bulin. Number 13, Aaron Bartle. Number 21, Hayden Reddington. Number 23, Blake Matoxen. Head coach Jeremy Mercer. Great shot there by Dorian to get the starting lineup here. We're going to get the starting lineup of the Waupun Warriors. Number 2, Aiden Hawkinson. Number 5, Brian Ferris. God, I love that shot with Dorian getting all of their special handshakes. Number 11, Jake Krieger. Number 21, Braden Torres. I got a little bit ahead of the announcer, and I didn't want. I always like to have the camera make sure that it stays with it. And number 34, Gage Stelzel. The alumni band is taking off. They did their pregame stuff. It's pretty cool to see, Jacob, all the band members come back.
Yeah, always amazing numbers, almost at least doubles every time. So it's cool to see just how well they travel and are able to come back to support the teams that they've, new team, new kids, but they're still able to come back and still support the team.
We'll see how things turn out here again. Berlin is undefeated 6-0. The Waupun Warriors currently 4-1. Both teams undefeated in conference. Gage Stelzel will be jumping against number 21, Hayden Reddington. We talked about Reddington quite a bit in the pregame. And we'll see how things turn out here on the Friday with a late start they had today
Dorian,
because of all the snow.
Oh, sorry. Dorian, can you get to the middle?
And here we go. Won by Reddington. Berlin's going to take control. And here comes the play. Pushing it up. Man-to-man defense right now here for the Waupun Warriors. Stelzel out on Reddington. Good job there by Torres to come over and close on him. Reddington shoots a little short, and Torres gets the first rebound for the Waupun Warriors. Aiden Hawkinson's going to bring it up here for Waupun. He's going to get it set. Kicks it over to Brian Ferris. Ferris tried to get it down low. That's going to be kicked away. And Dorian, I'll have you later on move the camera back. Well, if you're down, I'm not sure where you're at, but we'll move that basket cam right back by the students section. They'll protect it for us kind of as well. Ball coming in for Waupun, trying to get it in there was Jake Krieger battling, and it's going to be pulled down by number 4 for the Berlin Indians, Carter Hess. Right back into, looks more like a zone to me here, Jacob. It looks like a 2-3 zone that they kicked into right away.
Yeah.
Stelzel on Reddington. That's going to go off the top of the backboard. Underneath, getting the block in there with Jake Krieger doing the dirty work down there, blocking Carter Hess. Is that what you were seeing as well?
Yes, definitely in a zone. Warriors are pretty successful running zone defense during other times of the season, so I'm not shocked that they have a tough game and they're going to try and run a zone right away.
Hawkinson tries for 3, unable to execute.
Could also be another way. Obviously, Berlin team has a few guys that can put points up, a few guys in double digits for the season. Could be another way for them to see kind of who's going to heat up early in the game and who they want to try and focus on.
Number 4 drills one. That's Carter Hess for 3. And he gets the scoring started here for the Berlin Indians. Brian Ferris brings it up, kicks it over to Jake Krieger. Krieger has it over to Stelzel. And Berlin playing in a man-to-man. Ferris loses it going up. He wanted the foul. No foul called. Ferris gets bumped a little bit there. Looks like the officials are going to let him play a little bit here, and a good defensive play there by Brian Ferris coming back. He was wondering why it wasn't a charge on the other end. Berlin's going to bring it in. That's going to be number 23, Blake Metoxen. Moving it in. Thank you to the 23 computers we have logged in here watching this contest. Got another contest over on Jeff's live stream with WLA taking on Laconia. That's also going to be a great game that you should see over on that side as well. But don't leave us. That's going to drive in there, and it's going to score 2 for number 13, Aaron Bartle. Berlin up 5-0. Hawkinson back over to Ferris. Gets it down in the corner to Krieger. Krieger's going to drive, kicks it back out to Hawkinson. They trap us. He's going to try and go in. Nope, it's going to be on the floor. That'll be a foul. See who that foul is going to be on here. Did you catch it, Jacob?
I did not. I tried heading over to the instant replay.
Did it work?
It did not.
Yeah, so let me get that set up. Who was that on? Number 4. Let me set up the instant replay. Stay with us. It's just, you can still see the live shot. So got Dorian down there bringing in the shot for us. Sorry about that. My fingers are not working as
Berlin has came out and face guarding Hawkinson. So far, it's been working. Very physical defense on him, but I don't imagine they'll be able to maintain that kind of defense on him all night.
Yeah, we'll see it. Typically, you get teams get into foul trouble when they do that against Hawkinson. Still staying in their 2-3 zone. It's a very aggressive zone, though. Driving in and scoring is number 13, Aaron Bartle again. That's his second bucket. Waupun yet to find the bottom of the net, trailing 7-0. Hawkinson decides he'll take it himself. Felt like he was bumped. Driving it all the way, and they'll see if it's going to be called no shot, but they're going to call it on Torres. And he's going to get called for the charge, or the foul, blocking foul.
Waupun foul on number 21, Braden Torres. That's his first personal.
So that's Torres' first.
Number 34, James Paskey.
This is going to be very interesting here, Jacob. So far, Berlin has come in here with a lot of, I'm going to say, passion right now that they're going to demonstrate here that they deserve to have that undefeated record.
Yeah, Berlin is playing right now like they're an underdog in this game. They definitely have a lot more drive and confidence right now, especially with how they've started. They've came out to a hot start on defense, and I think that's one of the big things that it's going to come down to. Braden Torres is going to get that nice little acrobatic finish. We might have to shorten that replay a little bit.
Yeah, I typically don't show a lot with the baskets made. We can use them for, I'll show you how to do it with this missing on that one. So on the functions, if I hit control, I'll have to show you which one it is. I believe it's control C, or no, it must be control Z. It'll actually save that little clip for us.
Okay.
So we can use it as a highlight later on. But I found out that I missed so much action just because I'm trying to pay attention and run the camera, and that just happened to me. And I know sometimes there's some awesome shots, and I'm not opposed to you doing it. So don't. I just don't like to do it because I miss too much. That's a great shot there, showing Hawkinson trying to get it in. Down underneath, turning on the shot. They're getting fouled is number 44, Owen Klosterbor. Klosterbor, thank you. That will show if I did it in a time.
Reddington, his first personal.
Going to the line. Shooting two. It's a nice shot there. That's going to rim out. Let's see if I can find my remotes. I don't know what we did with them. Any idea what we did with them? Maybe they're here? Nope. We'll have to find them.
Make the second attempt of the two. Warriors going to start pressing. Looks like they got a new rotation in of guys here. The guys they have in are very good defensive players. We're going to get a foul on that one, though. 3 Warriors in the area. Let's see who they're going to call it.
I believe it was on Jake Krieger, but we'll see. Nope, 20-something.
They're going to give that to Emmett Hull.
Oh, number 3, Emmett Hull, okay. I thought it was going to go on.
Returning to the ball game, numbers 4 and 5, Carter Hess.
Nice shot there again by Dorian down on the floor. Appreciate that shot. Brings it out. Back to a zone. Emmett Hull in. Klosterbor in. Shot from the outside, left alone, not going to get there. And grabbing it is going to be Aiden Hawkinson, as that was Isaiah Scott. Waupun down 7-3. Hawkinson takes it on, misses, but a good crash there by Klosterbor. Is that right?
Klosterbor.
Geez,
yes.
I'm going to get it right here one of these times. That was a great job there by Klosterbor to crash. My apologies.
Klosterbor, only a freshman, but one of the biggest guys on this team. He gets thrown in the games whenever they need some physical post play. And I'd say so far it's working pretty well for the Warriors, as this is his second trip to the line already. And now he's got a handful of their points.
Misses that one short. Graham Gopalan came in. Good trapping defense there, Hawkinson. Nope, they're going to get the travel. I thought that was a great job there by the Waupun defense. All three players collapsing. Back here to live action for the Waupun Warriors. Hull gets it over to Krieger. He looks to drive in, can't get there, kicks it back out to Hull. This man-to-man defense so far for Berlin has been pretty suffocating, Jacob.
Yeah, they haven't given much space, especially to Hawkinson. At some point, you're going to wonder if Hawkinson's going to get loose and what he's going to get going, but Krieger's going to pull up from 3 and drain that one to tie the game at 7s.
Nice job there by Jake Krieger to hit that one. We're all tied. Isaiah Scott with it for Berlin. He kicks it. Trying to drive in. Krieger battling in there. Missing again, and a good defense there as they were all over Aaron Bartle. Gopalan brings it up, kicks it back out to Hull. They're going to have to work that perimeter D offense, I think, a little bit. Krieger feeling it, just off. And the rebound goes to number 21, Hayden Rennington. I think that's what they're going to have to do, Jacob. I think they're just going to have to continue to fire away and open up that man. Good rebound in there, and it's going to be grabbed back as Bartle misses a bunny underneath. Gopalan takes it in, has it stripped away.
Returning to the hardwood for the Indians, numbers 4 and 23, Hess and Thompson. Torres returns for the Warriors.
Braden Torres coming back in. Who did he come in for, Jacob? I couldn't quite see. Did he come in for Jake Krieger?
Looks like Krieger came out.
Yeah.
Yep.
Which is smart to give him a break. That's one thing I also noticed with this team when we were watching them, Jake, is they do a nice job of rotating. Hull, what are they going to say?
Waupun foul number 44.
Moving screen, they're going to call. Klosterboer with his first. Getting it back in, right at Dorian. Great shot down there. Reddington, how is that not a palm? They let him get away with it.
Yeah, the ref gave a hand motion, not quite sure what kind of motion that is to reassure the fans of the no call, but
Gopalan battling hard. Klosterboer with 3.
So far, this is a big man's game for the Warriors. Their big men they're getting most of the points. The student section getting the "he's a freshman" chanting early in the game for Klosterboer.
That used to be a bigger deal, Jacob, I'm going to say. When you have the bigger teams and the bigger schools, and a rebound goes to Klosterboer. I don't think anymore that really is as much of an issue. I don't. That's just me. You see a lot of freshmen that are playing a lot of varsity time all over at every level. So I get that I don't think it means as much as it used to.
Yeah, it's not quite as an impactful chant, but
it gets the student section into it, right?
Yeah.
That's what I like to see, is that they are at least staying involved. Berlin moving it around. Good defense here by the Warriors. Good help defense, kicking out to the outside and nailing a 3 is going to be number 5, Ryder Hewlin. Looks like we're going to get a timeout here.
Timeout on the floor.
It's going to be called for Berlin. It's going to be a full. We'll take it with them. We'll be back here. Listen to Jeff Sauer with Jacob Matashek and Dorian Phillips here on Jeff's live stream.
For 50 years and counting, Burhags Furniture has been proudly serving Waupun the best furniture and mattresses at prices you can afford. And we're honored to be voted Best of the Best Mattress Store and runner-up for Best Furniture Store in the Fond du Lac area. Whether you're looking to update your living room, find the perfect mattresses, or treat yourself in one of our relaxing massage chairs,
We've got it all to take care of you. Visit us at 806 West Main Street, Waupun, and experience quality, comfort, and service you can trust. Visit our website at www.verhagsfurniture.com. Don't forget to like us and follow us on Facebook and Instagram to stay updated on our latest arrivals, events, and deals. Verhaeg's Furniture Mart, 50 years strong, quality you trust, prices you'll love.
Welcome to Hooksha's Marketing Greenhouse. Here at Hooksha's Marketing Greenhouse, we are proud to provide South Central Wisconsin with the most beautiful flowers and freshest fruits and vegetables. In the fall, we have many varieties of squash and pumpkins, to just name a few. We are also proud to offer one-of-a-kind gifts like hanging baskets, iron hangers, decorative planters, and concrete statuary. Don't forget to check us out on Facebook for more info and pictures. So come on out to Hooksha's Marketing Greenhouse, located on Highway A between Fox Lake and Randolph, and you'll be glad you did.
Welcome back here to Waupun Junior Senior High. We're tied at 10s in this East Central Conference contest between the Waupun Warriors and the Berlin Indians. Again, thank you to the 22 people who are logged in here. I don't know if we're able to get some shots of the student sections a little bit. Maybe on the next time out we'll stay with it so that we can get the Christmas themes, as well as we get the chance to see the Warriorettes in their Santa baby costumes, I should say. Waupun missing, and it's going to be turned over. A couple of shots there they missed, Jacob. They were opening it again from the outside. We thought they were going to have to shoot from three-point land. They were, but they were unable to execute.
Warriors not great statistically from the three-point line, but they have been able to make enough in the games they've played to make an impact. So it'll be interesting to see if they can fire up a little bit here on the shooting.
Kicks it out to Scott. He's going to pop for three. He's going to be way short. Grabbing a hold of it, it's going to be Gage Stelso. Kicks it to Graham Golpollen, and he goes. Drives right to the bucket, missed it. Stelso thought that he was fouled there by Reddington.
Definitely a physical game so far from both teams.
I wouldn't have expected anything different in these conference rivals. Knocked away by Hawkins, and he goes on the floor. Scott picks it up instead, and that's going to go through the hands and out of bounds, as Carter Hess was thinking about. He was going to try and pop that one and was unable to do so. Good shot there with Coach also in there as the rebound there. The ball's going to get thrown in. Both coaches there, as Coach Jeremy Mercer was in the shot as well. Hawkinson brings it up. Right in the corner, popping for three, missing it. Stelso battling Reddington. Reddington wins. Kicked into the middle, and Berlin's able to bring it up. Pressure right away. Looks like we got a foul here. Is that Brian Ferris going to be hand checking too much?
Yes.
Yep.
Waupun foul, number 5, Brian Ferris. That's his first personal.
Great camera work there, Jacob. I would have missed that, I know it. Dorian's got the inbound. That's going to be Ferris's first. Berlin trying to work it around. Trying to kick it inside to Reddington. Gage Stelso all over him. Bounce inside to Hess. Kicks it out to Scott. And into number 13 on the drive for Berlin, Aaron Bartle. And he's going to go to the line.
Foul on number 11,
Jake Krieger's second, I believe.
His first personal.
His first only. Okay, I thought him down as his second. And we've got the free throw camera. So Krieger with his first. Missing that one is Bartle. On the shot, misses that one as well. Krieger grabs a hold of it and pushes it up. Torres kicks it all the way up to Ferris. He's going to drive in and score. A quick play there for the Waupun Warriors, and they take the lead. I believe this is the first time they've had the lead.
It is. Both teams have gone on little tiny runs for themselves, but neither team really standing out in any aspect of the game yet so far.
Good defense there. That was Jake Krieger once again. Hawkinson grabs it, gets it over to Torres. Torres is going to drive following the blocking of Stelso. Ripped down by Reddington. Hawkinson steps in, tried to get it over to Scott, was Reddington. kicked all the way over and thrown into the bench. And good defense once again forces another turnover. I don't have time to keep track of that, but
Returning to the court.
Definitely a mental battle for most of these players out there right now. Not a lot going for either team, but you can see the physical battle is very much there, but both teams seem to be going through some mental toughness down there, trying to overcome what the other team's giving them.
well, several of these players for both teams, good job there by Hawkinson, are on the football team. So, and Berlin has had the Waupun Warriors number for numerous years. Oh, that's on the line. Yep, that's the call, over and back. Mercer wants that it was touched there. Great shot there by Dorian. Wow. You guys are awesome. Combination of producing here with myself and Jacob, and he's got that all over on the switcher and the camera. And I got the computer. It helps. Ferris popping. Good pass here to Torres. It wasn't a pass? I thought it was.
It definitely was.
And they're going to say it's okay. Oh, no. Good job there. Klosterboer has a smile on his face.
Klosterboer knows he got away with one right there.
A little bit of a bump. Love tap. Number 13, is that Bartle? Can't control it. Waupun keeps it. Gets it inside to Krieger. He's going to kick out. Torres walks in. He's going to lose it, and it's going to be turned over. He wants the foul. No dice. We'll see if we can see it here on the drive. Kind of looks like he just stumbled.
Think feet might have gotten tangled up a little bit there, but
incidental.
Most of the time, you're not going to get that call.
Yeah, just incidental contact. Good extended defense here. This is what I like to see out of Waupun. I love to see their physical defense. Ferris all the way and wraps it around, and a good job there by Brian Ferris. 4-2. That was a great job. All started with the defense. Another knock away there. Hawkinson stripped. See if they're going to call joint possession. No, they're not. Looks like they're going to go. Yes, they are. Joint possession. Waupun Warrior ball.
Refs needed to add a little bit of anticipation to that one. Didn't want to quite let the fans know
It
right
is
away.
Christmas time. You got to keep us on this edge of our seats, just like when you're opening the gifts at home, waiting to see what's underneath the wrapping paper. Torres, skip pass all the way over to Ferris inside to Hawkinson, who gets bumped. Nope, they're going to call a foul this time on Mr. Hess, I believe that is, number 4. It is.
Number 4.
Third. Second foul.
Both teams have gotten away with a lot of physical play to this point, so it's interesting to see some of these starting to get called because you can see the players down there. They know that they've been able to do it right away in the game, and now it's starting to change. So you can see the frustration so far.
Great job there by Jay Krieger. Yeah, I would agree with you because they were able to be that physical before, but I think the officials also have said we got to rein this in. Good hustle play here by the Berlin Indians. Scott, oh, what a shot there.
Great
Isaiah
finish.
Scott.
Great finish through the contact. Great defense. That's about as good of defense as you can get from down low.
Around to Krieger. What a great assist there.
We're going to get a body on that one. That's going to go on Ferris, I believe his second of the game already.
Did he just step in there, feet were moving? I didn't see it. Oh, yeah.
He looked fair. I didn't get to see the replay. He looked fairly established, but I don't think he was quite there fast enough to get that call for him.
It almost kind of looked like he stepped out a little bit and dare say flopped. But because we know that Ferris is a lot tougher than that. It takes a little more than some wind to knock him over.
He could have been trying to play into the refs are starting to call stuff. I'm going to see if I can get this one, see what we can get going.
Gopalin to Krieger. Squirts over to the Berlin Indians. They're going to come back this way. Good physical, aggressive defense. That's a travel. As he tries the Giannis move, step and a half, plus carry the ball 3 feet above your head.
It's cool to try and do it, but when you're not 6'11", it's not quite as easy to do it.
And making a multi-million dollars. All right. Cool, Pollen to Krieger. Hawkinson, it's been pretty quiet tonight. Walks in, just as I say that, puts in another quiet 2. That's his 4th point.
Hawkinson has gotten face guarded this whole time. Gonna get a nice little steal there, get some points right back. Think we're gonna get a timeout by Berlin after that one.
Pressure defense. Yeah, stay right with those student sections. Stay right there. Let them know that you're shooting them. Walk in there closer.
Go down to the end. They want the, yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just have to find the guys in the front row. Normally that's all it takes.
Was it a 30?
That one I don't know.
Yeah, it is. So we're going to stay right here as you got the student sections involved there. We'll get the huddle here for Berlin. Great work. So awesome to have great cameramen and producers. You can't get a great show without having it. And it also shows the importance of having 3 people working, right? I mean, you can only get so many single camera shots swinging back and forth like you get when you're watching the huddle cam. So great job there by Dorian and Jacob running the switcher as well. Again, pressure defense here by the Warriors. Stepping up was Gopalin. That's going to go through the legs. Wide open was Gopalin as he broke down, and he misses a bunny. Hawkinson, and it's going to be forced out, but not a foul. Okay, I don't know how that works.
I think they're just gonna say it went out of bounds on the
Hawkinson?
Warriors.
Yeah, I didn't think so though.
Yeah, definitely a close one, but they've done a pretty good job so far with the calls, so I'll believe them.
Oh yeah, I'm not. I'm just saying what I thought it was, because there is no way in heck I will ever doubt the officials. They're down on the floor. He can see it better than we can. Even though we're maybe standing right on top, and we may have the instant replay to look at it. Berlin trying to swing it around. Being a little bit more patient here is the defense for the Warriors. Good reach in there by Klosterboom. He's got the ball. Good, tried to get the pass into Gage Stelsel. Instead gives the turnover to Aaron Bartle. Bartle pushes it up. Gonna go right at Stelsel, and he's up for the challenge. Kicks it out. Reddington guarded right there by Klosterboer. Klosterboer?
Klosterboer.
Klosterboer. I had it right. Okay.
Yes.
Foul on Klosterboer though. Second foul on Klosterboer. But I guess I would take that, Jacob. I like the physicalness.
Yes.
Shooting in the bonus. It's going to be number 21, Reddington. Yeah, Dorian did a great job of setting that camera shot. 1-1. Reddington puts that one in.
Warriors not quite going as deep into their bench, but it looks like they're focusing a lot more on the post play so far. They've had at least 2 big men in the entire game, and it's been working out fairly well for them so far.
He misses that one. Somewhere I missed a point. 2, 4, 6. 6 and nope, I didn't. I'm on it still. I would say, how do you get off when there's only 13 points? Good pass there by Graham Gopalin, and a great move there by Jake Krieger. Did he force that foul? And he finished. Great play there.
Just great post play and great IQ by the senior.
Pretty excited there. He's going to go to the line, Jake Krieger, as that was the 3rd foul now on Carter Hess. Krieger trying to finish the 3-point play, and does. Krieger having a good game so far. He's got 10 points of the 27. That's pretty decent. for the big man. Once again, I love this pressure defense. They're going to call it on Graham Gopalin as he tries to run through, and he did. Ran right through the pick.
The only way you're not going to get called on one like that is you have to fully sell the you don't see that screener there, and hope that they're still going to believe it. Not always going to work that way either, though.
1-1 at the line, and hitting it is number 34 for his first points, James Paskey. 27-14 for the Waupun Warriors, up by 13. Paskey hits another, down up by 12. It doesn't seem like it to me, Jacob. I didn't think that they already had that big of a lead.
The game has been very back and forth. It doesn't seem like there's a lead at all with the way the teams are playing.
I guess they did have a couple of possessions in a row where they took and scored. Hull goes up, gets hammered. Great shot there by Dorian.
Number 21, Hayden Reddington.
We'll stay right with you, Dorian. You can shoot that free throw shot right there. We'll stay with it. That way you can zoom in a little bit more and pick up the basket going right in. And a good shot there by Emmett Hull.
Returning to the court for the
I have that as his first point.
Dorian, if you get a chance, Santa just walked in behind you.
Yeah, we'll take that shot. Where did our Warriorettes go?
Looks like they're getting ready. Just saw it in the cam. Looks like they're getting ready to come in and perform at halftime.
That's awesome as well. And we're going to get a little bit of their stuff. For those that don't know, my daughter was a dancer here. I have to tell you, Jacob, I do not like the state team championship stuff that's over on the board. The banners that we used to have hanging up, I thought were so cool.
It added that kind of, I don't want to say old-timey, but that traditional kind of athletic look.
It was more special than a name just put up there on a board. Each team had their banners, and they walked themselves around the entire gym. I just thought that was so much nicer.
I do like the new style they've gone with. I think it's fairly just the color bringing more of the gold and the black and gold kind of aspect, but I do think that adding those banners back up, even if they're new, could be pretty cool.
In and out for Scott, battling in there and pulling it away is Gage Stelso. Gopalin goes right around, walks in, misses it. He had Krieger there. I would have liked to see him dish it. And it's going to be a foul on Gage Stelso, I believe.
That one's kind of looks like a tough view on the guy with the ball, but could see that there was a little bit of fumbling with the ball.
Yeah.
Stelzo only his first foul, so.
Yeah, they have 9, but it's been spread out. Everybody's had only a couple.
A lot of guys with at least a foul, if not 2, on this squad right now.
Bartle with a point. That's his 5th. 16th for the team. At the free throw line, pops it, rolls around. Jake Krieger with another rebound. Pulling it down is Hawkinson. Tries to step inside, and right there is Bartle to take it away.
Great transition defense by the Warriors.
And finishing it with Scott. Yes, I would agree with you. Coming down with 1:02 remaining here in the first half. Hawkinson, and he's going to get fouled with a nice Euro step there. Still on the floor. That's only their 7th, so does he go to the line for 7?
Yes, he will get the shoot bonus.
So Scott, who's been face guarding Hawkinson the whole time, has only got 1 foul. That's incredible. Hawkinson at the line. He's gonna pop that from our free throw cam, nails it. For Hawkinson, I've got that as his 7th point. We'll see if I'm anywhere close to the 30 that they have up on the board. One more for Hawkinson. Nails that one as well. Hey, did you know that this is the WIS Sports Game of the Week? One of them. They usually choose 5 or 6, Caleb told me. And the other thing that we got to do here is you got to make sure you're putting some stuff in the chat. We're going to check that here in 45 seconds as well. We'll check it and see who's your favorite player, where are you cheering from, where are you watching this contest, even if you're sitting back in your chair watching it on the big screen, or are you sitting at one of the favorite watering holes. Good move there by Scott, but couldn't finish. Hawkinson grabs it, kicks it over to Krieger. He's going to drive all the way in, banks it off of the glass as Paskey doesn't move, and that's Jake Krieger's 12th point. I'm impressed with what Krieger is doing here tonight. Shot by Bartle, 3 seconds. Hawkinson gonna time it and off the top of the glass and miss it at the buzzer. We'll stay here as we get some shots of the teams getting ready to head into the locker room. We'll see each of these student sections a little bit too as Dorian is following them along. We probably can get Berlin's with our main camera here for a little bit.
Dorian, see if you can go get a Santa over there.
Yeah, we would love to have Santa Claus's shot as well. There's the Berlin student section here. I thought they'd be bigger here on a Friday.
Friday night, not too far of a trip for them to take. Good to see the Little Warrior fans over there talking to Santa.
Gotta love that. We're going to step aside. We'll come back as the Warriorettes are probably going to hit the floor here shortly. You're listening to Jeff Sauer along with Jacob Matashek and Dorian Phillips here on Jeff's live stream. We'll be back.
After surviving breast cancer, I felt this calling to help other women heal. I thought, why not build a respite house? I wasn't sure it was going to work financially speaking for my family, but with the guidance of Thrivent, I really felt like we were going to figure it out. Taking the leap to start my nonprofit has been the most rewarding.
We're coming back here. We're going to watch the Warriorettes here as Dorian's got a good shot, as so does. You can zoom in a little bit more too. There you go. Here we go. Merry Christmas with the Warriorettes. Great shot down there by Dorian. It's going to have them start over because they missed the start. Which isn't a surprise because if you can't hear it initially to start out with, so Coach Joanna Wren says, no good, we do better than that, we're going to start it again. There's a great formation of the Christmas tree from back here as well. And here we go. They just got done dancing this at the dance recital with Just for Kicks with Coach Missy Dirksen. So great to have him back here. I'll have to text her and let her know she can watch this. Great job. Dorian, make sure you tell Coach Joanna Renz that she's got to go back and watch this on Jeff's live stream as we recorded the whole thing. Tell her that Jeff up above said so. Grab her right away. Oh, she ran away from you. All right. You can go grab her out in the hallway, and we're going to step aside and get some ads. You're listening to Jeff Sauer here with Jacob Matashek and Dorian on Jeff's live stream. We'll be back.
Live.
Jonathan Leonard, Thrivent Financial here in Waupun, serving the local communities.
God bless.
Hello, this is Jeff Sauer with Jeff's Livestream. We hope you're enjoying our broadcast. Our purpose, first and foremost, is to bring glory to God. Second is to draw attention to the student athletes, promote the great things they and their schools are doing, and promote the businesses and the people running them within our communities. Our mission is to create memories for student athletes, families, teams, and communities, as well as allowing for viewers to see their athletes or teams perform regardless of where the viewer is located. If you'd like to join us as a sponsor to help us fulfill our purpose and mission, feel free to give me a call at 920-345-2066 or email me at livestreamjeff@gmail.com. I'd love to talk to you.
Sam's Well Drilling is a family-owned business with over 75 years in the water well drilling industry. We can help you with all of your well drilling needs. Our crews are experienced at finding the proper location, setting up the rigs and equipment in all types of circumstances, and drilling to the appropriate depth so that you have fresh, clean water. Sam's also drills wells for commercial and municipal projects. No project is too large or small for Sam's Well Drilling. We at Sam's are thankful to be involved in supplying the well water needs of people all over Wisconsin. Sam's Well Drilling, well worth it.
PT Tire and Service has been at 301 East Clark Street in Brandon for over 20 years. The owners, Tony and Pam Sauer, are dedicated to their community and their customers. They serve the auto repair, tire, and wheel needs of customers in Brandon and the rest of central Wisconsin. We're on call 24/7 for roadside assistance and on the farm service for customers. For auto repairs, tires, and wheels, come see us in person or request a quote online. PT Tire and Service, you make the call and leave the rest to us. Call 920-346-TIRE.
Katie's Log Cabin is a great place to stop for lunch or dinner. Grab one of the daily specials or check out the full menu. Katie's Log Cabin specials include Tuesday is pizza, Wednesday is wings, Thursday is a rotating special, Friday and Saturday is fish fry, Saturday is also prime rib, and Sunday is a broasted chicken dinner. Not in the mood for a special? Katie's has you covered with full menu options, appetizers, salads, wraps, pizzas, and sandwiches. Katie's Log Cabin Restaurant in Oakfield. Life is better at the cabin.
Angling-only guide service with Captain Jeremy Brenner.
Captain Jeremy Brenner here. We are the premier Lake Michigan salmon charter out of Sheboygan, Wisconsin. Each trip is 6 hours and includes fish cleaning. The cost is $400 per trip Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays, and only $340 on weekdays for up to 6 people. I personally guarantee you will catch fish. The season runs June through Labor Day. Contact me at anglingonlyfishing@gmail.com to book today and check out my Facebook page, Captain Jeremy Brenner, Sheboygan Salmon.
Born from a single retail project, WDS.
Welcome back here to Waupun Junior Senior High as the teams are getting ready to warm up with 3 minutes left. Jacob, you got some some stats here for this period.
We'll start with the visiting Berlin Indians. Leading the charge for the Indians is number 13, Aaron Bartle. Bartle's going to finish the first half with 5 points, getting 2 buckets and 1 free throw. Next for the Indians, straight off the bench, number 3, Isaiah Scott's got 4 points for him. Second leading scorer off the bench. Pretty good stats there. 2 other players with 3 points. So Hess and Bulin both have 3 points. Hit a 3-pointer early on in the game. Those are the top 4 leading scorers for the Berlin Indians for their 18 total points that half. The other side for the Warriors, Jake Krieger leading the charge. He's got 12 points. He's done everything the Warriors have needed him to. He's been kind of their go-to guy this year as this game as Hawkinson's getting face guarded. Face guarding not fully working though. Hawkinson's going to tally in 8 points that first half. Not probably the performance he wanted for the first half, but for how close he had a guy constantly, 8 points is still solid. And then for the Warriors, off the bench for them, the freshman Owen Klusterbor's got 5 points for them. Went to the free throw line twice, able to get half of those, and then hit a 3-pointer early on. He's got 5 for the first half. Those are your top 3 scorers for the Waupun Warriors in that first half.
Let's kick it down to Dorian here. And Dorian, give us your thoughts. You're down on the floor, so talk to us about what you're seeing as part of this contest on the floor.
The Warriors, they were having a little bit of difficulties, I thought, at the beginning, breaking that really intense defense. They were smothered for a good 3 or 4 minutes and were down for a while there. Were able to come back and beat that pressure from Berlin, and then transferred it over and started putting the pressure onto them for for the press break. And Berlin was having some problems there, had a few quick turnovers that led to quick Waupun buckets, and then foul trouble. It seems to be kind of happening on both teams. I honestly think that fouls are going to make or break this game, even though Waupun's up at half.
Great job there giving us what you were seeing on the court. We really appreciate it here. Jacob, your thoughts here with 20 seconds left. What are you telling the Waupun Warriors if you're in the locker room as their coach?
Keep up the intensity on defense. They've been pretty good. Make sure they're boxing out. They were losing some rebounds down there as expected as a smaller team. But I'm going to tell them to keep shooting. They're going to have to play through physicality, but if they keep shooting, they're going to start getting the shots that they want, and they're going to keep getting to play their brand of basketball.
Let's quickly check over in the chat and let's see what we've got going here. Go Jacob and Yay Dorian, must be one of your fraternity brothers over there. Kewaskum and KML are on also. Didn't hear from Aaron about how things have turned out over there. We don't know what's going on either with Laconia and WLA. Oh, it is there. So Caleb's got that posted there. WLA up 32-29 over Laconia at half. So that's an interesting contest as well. Back here to live action here is the Berlin Indians are trailing 33-18, trying to get something rolling here. They're trying to maintain their perfect record. Good job working it inside for Bartle as he scores the first points for Berlin here in the half. Let me get rid of that chair so we got enough room here. Gage Stelso was moving it around. Hawkinson, he seemed like he was held there by Bartle. Ferris. Stelso will pop from 3, misses it. Rebound to Berlin, and coming back the other way is Bartle. Kicked out. Nice shot there by the three-pointer for Bulin, sorry about that. That's only his second basket made, but both of them were threes. Hawkinson over to Stelso. They started slow in the first half. Oh, good job there. Ray Krieger thought he was hacked on the arm as he lost the ball. The official says no. Kicking out this time to Bartle. He misses. Rebound to Ferris. No pressure as he's able to bring it up half court. Hawkinson with it at the three-point line. Guarded hard there. They're not going to let him drive to the basket. Popping the 3, missing it. Rebound goes to Reddington. Berlin pushing it back up. Trailing only by 10 now. They've scored the first 5 points here in the half. Good trapping defense there, popping it and hitting the 3 is number 23, Blake Metoxen. Jacob Krieger for the Warriors. Yet to score here in this half. Hawkinson tries to go inside. Reddington's going to grab a hold of an arm. And Hawkinson should be going to the line. He is.
Number 21, Hayden Reddington. That's his
Jake, we'll stay with your shot, Dorian, since you're down there. We'd like to get that. Your camera is much more flexible and can zoom in, and we'll take those types of shots. As Aiden Hawkinson will follow him all the way to the basket. And here's the shot. Good shot there for Hawkinson. First points, though, of the half, Jacob, here for the Waupun Warriors.
Yeah, off to a slow start. Berlin definitely off to a hot start shooting. It'll be interesting to see how the second half plays out, to see what which team comes out hotter off of their coaches' talks at the halftime.
So far, Berlin seems to have been able to find the back of the net. Waupun playing a little bit of a, it looks like man-to-man to me again, Jacob here. Good, but they do a great job of helping each other. Dual possession, and it's going to go to Waupun. Good job there by Aiden Hawkinson to battle on the floor to get it.
Great shot of Santa in the background in that student section for him.
Yeah, I love that. Good job there by Dorian on the floor. Krieger for three. A little short. Good job there by Torres to pop it out. Stelsel to Ferris. Waupun going to run a little bit of an offensive set here, which I think is what they do need if you're asking me, Jacob, here. They have to do a little bit. Oh, Torres, they're saying go ahead and try and shoot. Ferris says, I will. Bingo for three. Brian Ferris. If you don't want to take it, Braden, I'll take it for you. And the Waupun Warriors put in three. Just like that, they're back up to a 12-point lead. Berlin trying to get inside. Is that going to be a foul?
I think that one's going to go on Stelsel. Got his arm a little bit there on the drive.
Yep. It's only his second I have. Yeah. I'm looking while you were chatting away here. I'm trying to find my handheld mics and stuff just in case.
Scott's going to come back in for the Berlin Indians. Pretty impactful player. That first half, we'll see if he can keep that going in this second half for the Indians.
Berlin Indians trying to work it back inside. They closed a little bit here.
Looks
Kicks
like
up to Scott.
Warriors are going to shift back to zone defense.
And number 13, Aaron Bartle, makes them pay. Works it inside. Good patience there.
Looks like we're going to get a timeout by the Warriors.
We'll step aside here. We'll be back. Let's see if we're going to looking at it. It's going to be a 30. You're listening to Jeff Sauer with Jacob Matashek and Dorian here on Jeff's live stream. We'll be back.
Has evolved into a nationwide general contractor and construction management company. But we're so much more than that. Retail is changing, and it's changing fast. No matter where you are, what you do, or how you sell products to your customers, we're with you every step of the way to lay the groundwork for whatever lies ahead. Building trust through results, and our commitment to provide a customer-driven experience without question. With 4 generations at the foundation of WDS, we've built a reliable client base and a passionate team to bring big-time experience, commitment, and satisfaction to your next project. Because we are built to build better.
Welcome back here to Waupun Junior Senior High School. They're getting ready here for Berlin to inbound the ball.
Looks like the Warriors are going to be inbounding it on the side.
Oh, I'm sorry. I missed that. I thought that they were battling for.
Hawkinson's going to get another basket in the game. Hopefully that's him starting to warm up, starting to get some more space on the court.
Reddington.
Stelsel with some great defense on that one. Believe that's going to be a foul on the Indians. That's going to go on number 21. I do not have a roster on me right now. Looks like that is Reddington. Great defense by Stelsel there. Stelsel, one of the big men for the Warriors, but showing that he's got a little bit of guard play in him right there. Tallest player on the roster as well. Some great agility there. Most people would not expect Stelsel, listed as 6'5", to be able to move that great, but nice defense there. He's going to get another opportunity. That one's going to get called a travel. Once again, Stelsel, defensive play on that one, down there with enough space to affect how that one went out. Warriors looks like they're picking up speed a little bit here on their offense. They're going to get a turnover. That is going to be Scott that brings up the ball for the Indians. Warriors back into a zone defense. They've gone in and out of zone and man here. Stelsel going to get a huge block on that one. Looks like that one is going to stay here, but we will look to see that block one more time. Indians going to inbound it. They're going to look to drive right away. Emmett Hull is going to get a steal on that one right away. And Warriors are going to look to get some points right away. Gopalan not going to get that one to fall. He's struggled a little bit from the offensive standpoint. Warriors going to come right back. They're going to enter their zone defense once again. Great defense. They're going to get a steal. That one's going to get credited to Krieger. And Hawkinson's going to be able to lay that one up nicely for the Warriors as we have a 42-28 game with 12.5 minutes left of this second half. Nice little dribble move and pull up from three from the Indians. 42-31, just over 12 minutes. Hawkinson's going to drive. Get it out to Gopalan. Gopalan's going to look. He's going to find Emmett Hull, who's going to be open. Not going to get that one, but Gopalan is going to chase that one down for the Warriors. Hawk's going to look to reset it a little bit for the Warriors, get some dribbling in, get a nice little fadeaway, and he's going to make that one. Little Dirk Nowitzki move there. We're going to get an open Indian down court, though, and they're going to get 2 points right back themselves. Hawkinson bringing it up for the Warriors. Warriors looking to get a little bit more going. Their offense has been very sporadic this game. Not quite how they've wanted it. Gopalan's going to shoot for three, and he's going to make that one, though. We're going to get 47-33. Indians, once again, going to get a quick guy down court. We're going to get a foul. Looks like that one's going to go on Kloosterboer, and that is going to send Scott to the line to shoot two.
All right, thanks for calling there, Jacob. I appreciate it. Did you keep track of all the points?
I wish.
47-33.
Oh, shoot. Didn't even notice the replay was still up.
I just clicked it, so you're good.
Oh, okay.
47-34 now. Good shot there of the students section for Waupun. You can stay right with that shot. That's a great shot as long as Dorian stays right there. Perfect for Isaiah Scott, and the even better camera shot.
12-point game once again. Kind of fluctuated between that 8 to 12-point range for this game. Warriors weren't really able to come out and grab a lead that first half, but once they did, they've kind of established it. Krieger with a nice post move. He's going to get that one in for him. Get 2 more points on the night.
Good job there for Jake Krieger. Good defense here. Numbers for Waupun. Banks it off of the leg of Metoxen. Torres coming back in.
Great heads-up play by Hull on that one.
I should have did the replay on that. Yes, it was. Dorian right down there on the floor. Here comes the inbound. Like that shot of Landon Potraz with his Santa hat on as well. Ooh, Hull had it. I thought he would pop that. Gopalan drives right at him, and he finishes it. No foul, though. I thought for sure that there might be a foul on that play.
Yeah, that's probably the most contact Gopalan has had on a layup. Just great mental ability to make it through that one.
Good job there by Scott to get the rebound and drive right to the basket for two. Let's see who's going to take the timeout here. We'll step aside. You're listening to Jeff Sauer with Jacob Matashek and Dorian here on Jeff's Live Stream. We'll be back.
We've always been a family that thinks about spend, save, give. It was refreshing to find a financial company that echoed that mentality.
With Thrivent, it's more than just about gaining financial confidence. It's about how you can use your resources to create change in your community. It's been a relationship that's created a whole exponential amount of good.
This is Jonathan Leonard, serving the area communities and supporting the local teams. Good luck this season.
God bless.
Welcome back here to Waupun Junior Senior High School. Down to 10:24 here on the clock, and I finally was putting up the scoreboard. Caleb was texting us left and right, and then right and left, and then with his toes and waving and jumping up and down, and we were not able to see it because we were too busy chatting. So we apologize for that. Shot coming here by Klusterbor, misses it. Tracked down though by Hawkinson, wide open underneath is Torres. This time he'll go up, miss it. Klusterbor crashing the boards, pulls it down. Gopalin had it knocked free, and he tosses it out of bounds just outside of the reach of Braden Torres after tough work. Hey, we were talking about, we always do interviews on the court for the winning, if the Waupun Warriors win. We want to know who you think we should talk to. Put that in the chat and let us know so that we figure it out. My vote is already in, so I think that one will count. You don't have to put in Jake Krieger because we're going to talk to him. Three-pointer by Berlin. Good defense again. That time by Hull. Numbers for Waupun once again. That's going to be a double dribble. Yep, Hull dribbled it and then lost it. What do they use that video board for?
They throw pictures of the players. Oh, look, there we go.
Okay.
That's why we bring Dorian along on these things.
Yeah. Wondering okay. Berlin trying to work it around. I have to tell you, I really was impressed. We went to Lemira and called Lemira Oakfield. They do a nice job with their video board. Scott tried to walk in. Hawkinson takes it away. Then he's going to get grabbed and fouled. This time by number 5, Ryder Boulin.
Looks like we're going to get a...
Intentional?
Yes, I think so.
So I think so as well. So does that count as a technical? We'll see.
Looks like the refs are going to talk it through a little bit.
Intentional on number...
We're going to get an intentional as they didn't let Hawkinson really do much. If you look back in that, we probably can't see that replay, but it was pretty clear that they weren't going for anything there other than the foul.
Yeah, we did see it initially when I popped it on there, so people saw it. And they can go back. What's nice is they can go back after they're watching it right now. They can just quickly go back and look at it, and then they could put it in the chat and say, oh, yes, they grabbed him. That'd be nice if they do that.
Hawkinson not going to get the first one.
It's the second.
We'll hit that second one, though, and the Warriors are going to get the ball after that intentional foul by the Indians. Coach not too happy after that one.
I haven't seen that call at the high school level, I can tell you.
You don't see that call often, but I think off of the games to this point, Hawkinson has gotten a lot of intentional calls, and I think that's just a player safety thing there. They're just making sure that it's
you're going to grab somebody, you're going to make sure there's a consequence for it.
I guess kind of an asserting dominance kind of aspect for the ref. They're making sure that this game's in their control, and they're making sure that the players and coaches know that.
Gotta love that here.
Ferris is going to bring it in for the Warriors, who's going to find Stelsel.
Kicked out to Hawkinson. Double team as Hawkinson, he still beats it. Finds Stelsel crashing. Stelsel misses, gets his own rebound, and lays it back in.
Great acrobatic pass there by Hawkinson. Great rebound and putback by Stelsel. Able to follow that one and grab that one back after the miss.
Shot by Berlin, rebound in there by Bartle. Kicked it out, almost taken away, and it is. Stelsel gets it over to Ferris. He's going to go all the way with the left hand and lays it in and gets another 2 for Brian Ferris.
Going to bring it to 56-37. Warriors over the Indians with 8:20 left to go in the second half.
Ferris has had some pretty good defense. Did we talk to Bryant already?
I've talked to him earlier in the season, but I didn't talk to him last game. Scott with a drive. Both players look like they're going to get a hand, but got too much of the excuse me, looks like they were going to get the ball, got too much of the hand.
Sure.
Words were coming out of my mouth too fast on that one.
That happens to the best of us. So Stelsel with his third with 8 minutes remaining. Scott nails that one.
Richter and Krieger return for the Warriors.
Landon Richter, I haven't seen him come in. This is the first time I think he's in. Is that correct?
Yeah. Yes, the Warriors have played much more of their big men this game, trying to get some more post play, some kick out play, as most of their all of their bigs are able to shoot from the 3-point line. Hawkinson's going to get that one. But yeah, looks like Warriors might try to get a little bit more guard play here now that they've got a sizable lead.
Stelsel over to Krieger. Slips inside. Say he got rid of it. Oh,
Scott,
good feed in there to Stelsel. He's going to drive underneath and lay it up.
I don't know if I was the only one that noticed that, but it's kind of a sloppy pass, and Scott man-guarding Hawkinson didn't even realize that the ball was between his legs at that point.
Yeah, they had him. It can easily happen, I would think, Jacob, when you're trying to guard Hawkinson. Pop for three, missed. So Berlin going to start to get desperate here with a 20-point differential, which is the worst thing you can do.
Hawkinson's going to pull up from deep. He's going to make that one. Looks like the face guarding's starting to not phase him. He's going to show the Indians what's up from 3-point.
I think they're a little bit more tired, too. They're not up in his face. They haven't been subbing that many people out there, so Scott has to be a little tired trying to follow Hawkinson around the court and then get in front of him as well.
Ferris going to get a hand on that one. Scott will get it back. We're going to get a 3-point up. Not going to fall. Stelsel will come down with that one.
Ferris going to bring it up.
Krieger with some fancy dribbling there from the big man.
Popping Jacob. Jake Krieger misses it. Rebound to Scott, who Hawkinson happened to be heading underneath the basket. That's why Scott happened to be there. Shot this time for three. That's going to be number 13, Bartle.
Bartle, 4-3.
Just over 6 minutes left here in the second half.
Still a 20-point lead here for the Waupun Warriors.
Would not have expected this at the end of the first half. It was kind of a uphill battle. I wouldn't have expected it to get this many points in the favor of one team off of how this game started.
Hawkinson off the glass for three. Didn't see anything open, so he decided to pop it himself.
Can see why Hawkinson is one of the top scoring players in the state of Wisconsin this season.
Yeah, we had Oshkosh who was here, UW Oshkosh who was here on last Friday when they were playing against Winneconne.
That foul is going to go on Krieger. Matashuk's going to come in for the first time tonight.
Coach is calling for a 30-second timeout. Had to walk out halfway out onto the court. Yeah. We'll step aside. We'll be back.
Manufacturing. Since 1926, we have been known for our first-class buildings and canopies. In fact, there are thousands of them in use across America and in the Caribbean. We have also produced and developed many other steel products for use in retail, commercial, and industrial applications, such as building fascia, loading racks, wall panel systems, and much more. Our design record attests to our dedication to quality and customer satisfaction. King Manufacturing, from design to completion.
Call PT Tire and Service in Brandon. The automotive experts. Beat the Wisconsin snowfall. Stay charged this winter. PT Tire and Service, full service, batteries and wipers available on site. Call 920-346-TIRE. Put Christmas lights on your tree this holiday season, not your dashboard. Call PT Tire and Service to get those lights in the right place. Over 20 years in business and ready to service your automotive needs. PT Tire and Service, Brandon.
Welcome back. We're trying to figure out who we're talking to here in the next 5 minutes. So we need your help. Good defense there. Jake Krieger's on my choice so far. We're looking for 2 more. Krieger inside again, lays it up with the left hand. Jake Krieger, what a game. I have to see if I can find the one chord that I want to use here for our sound.
Scott, a nice little acrobatic finish there by him. He's been great all night. A little bit of a struggle at the start of the game, but he figured it out. And he's a player that came off the bench, but he's probably been on the court. He's probably got some of the most minutes on this team.
Okay.
He's kind of done a little bit of everything, one of those glue players for this Indians team.
Do some testing of our microphone here.
Some
make sure it's
tough shots are not gonna fall for the Warriors. Left of this second half.
Waupun in good control though here. And I think it's the message that they wanted to send. I mean, if you're asking me, Jacob, I think this is exactly what they wanted to do here. Take an undefeated Berlin team and send them home.
Not going to get a foul on that one. Matashek looking like he was trying to get some contact there to get the and one. Not going to get the bucket to fall or the call.
Testing, test. Hey, we got her working here. So, Jacob, I probably will go on the floor.
Okay.
What you'll have to remember is it's in 3. And if the sound isn't good enough, Aaron had told us before that it was a little bit quiet. In number 3, you'll have to help control the volume here with what happens with the handheld mic.
That one not going to fall for Ferris. The Indians are going to look to get some points here with about 3 minutes left of the second half, see what they can get going for them.
I think I might actually try and start heading down. The gates are up, so I'll have to take the back way again. We'll head on the floor. I haven't seen anything in the chat yet, so does that mean that we're only going to interview one person? Talk to the freshman. Blake Dobrot says, I agree with you. So there's another vote. So thank you for letting us know that. Blake, appreciate that.
Looks like that is going to be a foul out there for the Indians. That is number 21.
That'll be Hayden Reddington, the leading scorer. That's going to hurt.
Guardiola's going to come in for the first time tonight as well for the Warriors.
All right, I think I'm going to grab my stuff and I'm going to start heading down. Jacob will make the call as well as run the camera and the computer. So once I get down there, I think my second choice would be Brian Ferris. But if somebody else puts something in there, will you let me know?
I will.
All right, or actually let Dorian know. I'm going to head down.
And we're going to get a foul on that shot as Krieger goes up for that one.
Give us Coach Dunlap. Yeah, we would definitely always get Coach.
Berlin foul on number 13, Aaron Bartle. That's his first personal.
Bartle is going to pick up his first foul of the game with 2 minutes left of the game. Krieger not going to get that first one to fall. We're going to stick with Dorian on the camera. Looks like our portable down there got shifted. Krieger will hit that second one, though. That's going to bring the Warriors up to 67 points on the night. 67-45, just over 2 minutes left. Warriors over the Indians. Bartle going to look to try and get some movement in there, and he's going to get that one to fall for him after the pivoting down there to try and get around Krieger. Bartle's going to get a nice little dunk there for his team. Not much excitement from the bench, however. Looks like they might be a little defeated at this point with this much time left in the game. Hawkinson's going to drive with about 2 to 3 guys on him the whole time. We're going to get a ref timeout, looks like, for an injury on the court. Both teams going to get some full subs in here. Fully new Indian squad looks like they're going to come in. We're going to get Caden Gillenkirk and Sawyer Bruins in for the Warriors as well. And both teams going to get some of their players that don't really start for their team or get the minutes that they want in. Bruins going to chuck that one up, not going to fall. Berlin's going to be able to pull that one in. And just about a minute left, 67-49. Both teams letting some of their players with not as many minutes this season see the court and see what they can do to try and earn some more minutes. The Warriors are going to maintain possession on that one. Going to find Guardiola on the inbound. He's going to dribble around, see what he can get going for this offense. Bruins in the corner. It's going to go through the legs, not going to get to the guy. And Berlin's going to try and take over, see what they can get going offensively. We're going to get a three-pointer thrown up. Warriors are going to pull that one in. Bruins in the corner, not going to get that one to fall either. Matashek with the falling rebound, looks like didn't quite have his footing, but he's going to pull that one in. And with about 12 seconds left, looks like the Warriors might dribble this one out. Warriors student section getting the "I believe we will win" chant in, and there 3 seconds left. The Warriors will dribble this one out. And that will be it for this ball game. Warriors are going to get the conference victory over the Berlin Indians, 67-49, here in Waupun at the Waupun Area Junior Senior High School. And we're going to go get some post-game stats and let Jeff get set up down there for his post-game interviews. We're going to go talk to some of our sponsors quick here, and we will be right back on Jeff's live stream.
346 Tire.
Born from a single project, WDS Construction has evolved into a nationwide general contractor and construction management company. But we're so much more than that. The cold storage industry is experiencing high demand and low capacity. WDS is building goodwill from the ground up through customized solutions. WDS is committed to outservice the competition and overdeliver for customers. A client-driven experience without question. Today, we're driven to be better in order to build better.
For 50 years and counting, Verhaeg's Furniture has been proudly serving Waupun the best furniture and mattresses at prices you can afford. And we're honored to be voted Best of the Best Mattress Store and runner-up for Best Furniture Store in the Fond du Lac area. Whether you're looking to update your living room, find the perfect mattresses, or treat yourself in one of our relaxing massage chairs, we've got it all to take care of you. Visit us at 806 West Main Street, Waupun, and experience quality, comfort, and service you can trust. Visit our website at www.verhaegsfurniture.com. Don't forget to like us and follow us on Facebook and Instagram to stay updated on our latest arrivals, events, and deals. Verhaeg's Furniture Mart, 50 years strong, quality you trust, prices you'll love.
Generations Lanes of El Dorado. Join one of our adult or kids leagues or bowl in our monthly Friday night tournament. Or get a group together for a family or corporate bowling function. We are more than just bowling. A great spot to bring your family for a meal. Awesome homemade pizzas and soups, as well.
Welcome back here to Jeff's live stream. Joining me now, geez, do you want to come in here and see if we can get my nose hairs? Joining me now is Brian Ferris, number 5 here on Jeff's live stream. Brian, talk to me about today's contest. First of all, you're not usually an offensive scorer, and then not great offense tonight, only when needed. But talk about your defense.
You know, I think I kind of pride myself on the defensive side. I think that's my job. As Dunlap says in practice, it starts with our guards up top, you know, forces them to get turnovers, and then that creates our offense. Exactly. You know, we had 67 points. I think we did pretty fine. Could have got better, I think, personally.
Well, you shut down a team 49 points, and they were undefeated. You just talk a little bit about that. How was that battle?
Yeah, I think coming in the game, seeing their record 6-0, I don't think we were scared at all. We know who we are. We know what we stand for, and we knew we were going to come out with the W tonight, and I think we got it done.
Well, congratulations. A great night on the defensive side.
Thank you.
Brian Ferris with me here. Owen Kloosterboer.
Yep.
I got it. Okay, so you got to hold this right about
All right.
the chin.
Yep.
Right there.
Yep.
So talk to me about that first half. You did a great job, again, battling in there. I didn't expect to see you in as early. Did you plan on being in as early?
Yeah, well, I only played one half on JV. I think Duns wanted us, like me, for the rebounds, so I think that was a big part. I stepped up and got the rebounds, which was good. And
I thought you did a great job of battling in there. It didn't matter that you were a freshman out there, but just talk about how does that feel to be a part of this big victory here on this team?
Feels good.
Yeah, tell me more. I mean, you were out there. How tough was the battle?
I'm 21. He's pretty good, but I don't know.
You did a great job on the boards.
Yeah,
Right.
good job on the boards.
But you also
got back
were
in
battling out
transition.
at the top as well.
Mhm.
So talk to me a little bit about the man defense that you were doing there.
Yeah, it's pretty man.
You just did your job.
Yeah, just do my job.
And that's awesome to hear. Talk about on the offensive side, though, when you needed it, you got the big rebounds as well as putting them back up. So talk about that mindset. Where does that come from?
Just hard work and practice. You know, get the rebounds, go back up strong. Don't fade away. Go up strong.
Well, congratulations. Guess what? Because you need practice interviewing, you
I
probably
do.
will get a lot of interviews from now on. Congratulations.
Yep. Thank you.
That.
Thank you.
Great
Appreciate
job
it.
tonight
Yep.
here.
Thank
Owen,
you.
Merry Christmas.
Yep. Merry
Great
Christmas
job.
to you.
That was Owen Kloosterboer with us here. Joining me now is Jake Krieger. Jake, I've had the privilege of watching you in multiple sports here, but I have to tell you, this was probably one of the most enjoyable outings I saw. Just talk about your mindset out there today. You decided that you were going to take over offensively.
Yeah, I appreciate it. That was the mindset coming in. We knew, you know, they had those two bigs that were their primary offensive scorers. So, you know, I knew I had to be the bigger guy. I had to, you know, out-rebound them, play stronger than them, and, you know, that's what happened.
On the offensive side, you just were able in there battling. You were popping from 3, felt confident out there. Just talk about your offensive mindset.
Yeah, offensive mindset is, you know, share the ball, get it moving side, top side. That's when we get our best looks. And, you know, a lot of my teammates are able to set me up with, you know, great entry passes and get me wide open looks. You know, like you get a couple and ones in there. I mean, it really helps out.
People, I think, are deceived by your speed because I watch it all. I mean, I get a chance to see it on the baseball diamond, so I know that you have it. Does it feel like out there that people underestimate your speed?
I think a little bit because, you know, sometimes I'll match up with like a little bigger guy, you know, not as much lateral quickness. So I'm able to beat him off the bounce, which is always nice too. So, yeah.
Got to feel good. You guys are still undefeated in the conference. You took down an undefeated team and blew them out by 18 points. Just talk about how that feels.
Yeah, it feels amazing. You know, you got to stay on top of the conference. Our ultimate goal, you know, past 2 seasons has been just dominate the ECC, get a conference championship, and then, you know, move on to the state tournament. And, you know, that's kind of been our mindset. So.
Well, congratulations. Merry Christmas. Great job here. And we're looking forward to covering it in the new year.
Yeah, thank you. Merry Christmas.
All right. Thank you too, Jake. Good job. Great job by Jake Krieger, number 11. Coach, again, I love talking to you here, so here's your chance. Brag about your team. I mean, they come in here. You were up, I believe it was by 13 or maybe 15 at half. You fell a little bit, but then you bounced right back, and now you get a victory by 18 over an undefeated team. Talk about that.
Yeah, we do a really good job at responding when other teams come out. No team's going to come to Waupun and think they're just going to walk in and get a victory. So we're certainly going to get every team's best effort. They came out of the gate swinging, but one of the analogies we use is we're not the sledgehammer where we go out for the knockout punch. We want to be that carpenter's hammer that makes them quit. And I think we did that. I don't know if their players wanted to be guarded by guys like Bryant Ferris or even Jake. Something we really talked about late was getting every rebound with two hands. Their guys do a really good job at getting controlled taps. So our guys, Owen, Torres, Jake, all of our guys collectively did a great job at going and attacking the glass with two hands. That's hats out to them for accepting the coaching, because they're really talented, and talent only takes you so far. So they're really respective to mine and Coach Billy's coaching.
For Aiden, just an average night, if I have this correct, and I could be off, I'm sure that I am. I believe he was over 28 points still.
So do you believe me when I say like it's a quiet 25 or a quiet 30? Like, he doesn't force the issue. Like, he banked in one that I thought maybe would have been a forced shot. But what people don't know is he's my TA for fourth block, and we had some open gym time, and we were shooting around, and that was a shot he was making over and over, and I was razzing him about that he wasn't doing it on purpose, but then he would give me a little shoulder shrug, and that's just kind of Hawk's demeanor. But can't say enough good things about Aiden Hawkinson, and our guys really rally around our guy. And I've told you this too, it's not the Aiden Hawkinson show. I mean, we had a freshman, Nolan Klusterborg, step up big. Everyone has an opportunity, so when your moment's called, just step up in your role and step up in your moment, and you'll be good to go.
Jake Krieger was the offensive powerhouse in the first half here, but I was impressed once again with your defense, and you have talked about that. So just talk a little bit further about how smothering your defense was. Yes, you dropped. I think you were down 7-0, and then all of a sudden you took the lead. That was it. You never looked back.
Yeah. So like, they were up 7-0, and then they scored 18 for the half. They maybe scored 7 in the first 2 minutes. So in the half court, we really wanted to suffocate them. We talked about it pregame that we wanted to dictate the game defensively, and we certainly did that. Our program goal is to keep every team under 50 points. So when our reserves came in, they certainly knew, take care of the basketball, defend at a high clip, every loose ball. So this was a really great team win. Everyone's invested, everyone's doing the little things right, and I just love our crew, and they're certainly bought into Waupun basketball, but we're certainly bought into the defensive end of the floor.
Coach, congratulations again, staying undefeated in the conference. I know that's your first goal is to win conference this year outright, so congratulations on that.
Thank you very much.
Christmas,
hey, Merry Christmas.
And thank you for taking the time always to have a conversation with us. We really appreciate it.
Absolutely. Like I said, there's blood in the water in the ECC, and we want to go get it, so we got to take care of business.
Congratulations. This has been the head coach here
Thank you.
for the Waupun Warriors, Alex Dunlap. We'll be back here on Jeff's live stream. After these messages, we'll kick it up to you, Jacob. We'll be back.
Wraps, and sandwiches. Daily food specials. Fish Fry Friday. Open daily at 11 with the kitchen open late. Ask about us catering your next function. We are home to Laconia Bowling and proud supporter of the Laconia Spartans and all student athletes.
Welcome to Hooksha's Marketing Greenhouse. Here at Hooksha's Marketing Greenhouse, we are proud to provide South Central Wisconsin with the most beautiful flowers and freshest fruits and vegetables. In the fall, we have many varieties of squash and pumpkins, to just name a few. We are also proud to offer one-of-a-kind gifts like hanging baskets, iron hangers, decorative planters, and concrete statuary. Don't forget to check us out on Facebook for more info and pictures. So come on out to Hooksha's Marketing Greenhouse, located on Highway A between Fox Lake and Randolph, and you'll be glad you did.
When my husband passed, I needed direction on my finances. I felt like I was starting from a blank slate. Thrivent came into my life at a time that I really needed it. Thrivent helped me feel confident and create opportunities to be more giving. I think my husband would be very proud, but I'm proud of myself because I've educated myself, and I kind of learned that maybe I could have been doing this all along.
Jonathan Leonard, Thrivent Financial here in Waupun, serving the local communities. Thanks. God bless.
Katie's Log Cabin is a great place to stop for lunch or dinner. Grab one of the daily specials or check out the full menu. Katie's Log Cabin specials include Tuesday is pizza, Wednesday is wings, Thursday is a rotating special, Friday and Saturday is fish fry. Saturday is also prime rib, and Sunday is a broasted chicken dinner. Not in the mood for a special? Katie's has you covered with full menu options, appetizers, salads, wraps, pizzas, and sandwiches. Katie's Log Cabin Restaurant in Oakfield. Life is better at the cabin. Sam's Well Drilling is a family-owned business with over 75 years in the water well drilling industry. We can help you with all of your well drilling needs. Our crews are experienced at finding the proper location, setting up the rigs and equipment in all types of circumstances. and drilling to the appropriate depth so that you have fresh, clean water. SAMS also drills wells for commercial and municipal projects. No project is too large or small for SAMS well drilling. We at SAMS are thankful to be involved in supplying the well water needs of people all over Wisconsin. SAMS well drilling, well worth it.
King Manufacturing. Since 1926, we have been known for our first-class building and canopies. Steel King canopies are a well-known and respected product. We design, fabricate, and contract installation for C-stores, fleets, entryways, restaurants, and more. Steel canopies serve a variety of purposes, including advertising or signage, control access, sheltering an entrance or loading area, support of lighting systems, and weather protection for people, equipment, or outdoor storage. King Manufacturing. From design to completion.
Welcome back here to Waupun Junior Senior High School. Joining us here on the post game. Do you have the post game up? Look at that.
I
How
do.
awesome
Yeah.
are you as a producer? Jacob Matashek here, Dorian Phillips, Jeff Sauer here. Gentlemen, let's get your final thoughts. Dorian, you were down on the floor. Just talk to us a little bit about how this contest turned out with the 18-point victory here for the Waupun Warriors.
So, at halftime I said that, I really think it's going to come down to fouls for this game, but I was wrong. They proved me wrong. Not a lot of fouling on the Waupun side. On the Berlin side, having a lot more fouls. That intentional leading to 2 free throws and possession for Waupun, as well as I think Berlin came out guns blazing, not throw up shots, but as soon as you find that open shot, take it. If it falls, it falls. If it doesn't, get the rebound or get back on defense. And I think they kept that for too long, and I think that kind of bit them in the butt coming through about halfway that second quarter. And with Waupun, they came out almost just as much guns blazing, but they always didn't take that first open shot. They relax a little bit on those longer possessions, find the open man, make the post work, get Berlin tired on defense, and did actually a really good job. As you guys said during the game, Berlin was looking really tired, and I think that helped Waupun out a lot more, especially having a deep bench, bringing in those guard players to get the pace rolling even faster without having those post guys in there and continuing to score.
Jacob, you had a chance. Obviously, you were running camera, so you got to see a lot of the shot as well, and you were running the computer. Talk about what you saw on the defensive side. I mean, Waupun is very proud of what they do defensively.
Yeah, I mean, this team is just a team that can play defense. Super deep bench. Didn't see it quite as much at the start of the game here. They definitely took a lot different approach on defense than they have the previous games. They were really focused on post play, which after watching Berlin play, didn't really know much about them before that, but they're either a three-point shot team or they're going to try and get a nice easy layup. I think Waupun did a really good job at forcing them to have to take those three-point shots versus the easy layups. Krieger and Klusibor did a great job at just plugging holes down there. Stelzel, a couple blocks too. Just overall, I'd say Waupun's 3 big men this game were the biggest factor in that. All 3 of them amazing in the post, but they also had a couple steals around the perimeter too. They got kind of matched up with a guard, and they were able to poke the ball free, which you don't really see from a lot of, per se, big men. Obviously, Waupun's still not a very tall team, but those are their designated big guys that are supposed to play those post positions. But I'd say defensively, they're intense as always. They did what they needed to, and I feel like the biggest factor this game was those 3 big men for Waupun on that defensive aspect.
You heard Coach Dunlap talk about it. The first 2 minutes or so, Waupun didn't score. They were down 7-0, and I initially thought, okay, we're going to have a contest here. But then Dorian, all of a sudden, Waupun's defense kicked in, and I didn't realize it, but after that half, they only scored 11 more points for the remaining 16 minutes. So talk about that.
Yeah, the Berlin, they came out, they wanted to get shots going, they wanted to get hot fast. Waupun shut it down as soon as they were out here. They weren't giving up easy shots, as there were a few open shots, but Waupun was always there right away to get on defense, find the guys that are open, and still did a really good job at playing help defense and getting out to those open guys if the ball got to them, or if their help wasn't needed down low in the paint anymore or anywhere down there.
Jake Krieger in the first half, dominant offensively.
Yeah, don't know where the sheet went. I believe it was 12 points that first half. Started it off with a three-pointer, I believe.
Yeah.
Just Krieger's. If you don't do if you don't watch film before you're coming into the game, you're gonna see him. You're gonna see him warming up. You're gonna see kind of how Waupun starts the game, and he just looks like the big. He looks like that guy they're gonna send down low and just kind of be a brute to push around the other team down low, but kind of start the game just showed up, and he just let Berlin know, like, if you're going to face guard our point guard, I'm the center of this team. I'm going to start playing around the arc, and you're going to have to figure out how to stop me from shooting too, which is amazing to see. Just the confidence from another senior on that team that's not Aiden Hawkinson, that can just kind of just spot up somewhere on the floor and just take a shot and think that they're going to make it. It's cool to see the kind of leadership that this team has, and it's great to see Krieger he's kind of paving the role for the younger guys on the team. Stelzel and Klusibor, obviously Stelzel's a junior, Klusibor is a freshman, but Krieger's kind of showing them the role that this Waupun team uses their big for with the height that we have, and I think that he's a great role model to have those players kind of learn behind for an offensive and defensive approach.
An entire team effort here for the Waupun Warriors here on Friday, right before Christmas break. The holiday spirit was definitely here. Gentlemen, I want to wish each of you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And I think that we're looking at possibly doing a couple of games on the 30th, but otherwise we are ready to start January kicking things off. And I want to thank you again for all of your hard work and everything that you guys have done to help make this successful. We couldn't do it without you. So thank you for being a part of the team, and Merry Christmas to you. Yes. To all of you sponsors out there, I want to thank you again for following us here. We appreciate all of your support. We wish you all a Merry Christmas as well, and we do have a quick little graphic for that, and then